Usakasakabo, Dairile, Kashikwali, Atunua, Barakute con Katekwash, Lan Kihi, Wayawa Sauka, Lan Kairi Luku, Tatraha Kiyeri, Ali Kahiano, Ahebeyono, Ali Kahiano, Ananichi, Lan Kiriyuku, Ali Kahiano, Aseme, Ali Kahiano, Akolibri, Datraha Kiyeri, Ali Kaibahano, Ki Haratukuma, Ahan Katu. Hello, everyone. My name is George Estevez, and it is an honor to be with you again yet this year. I was invited by Jesse Delia to participate in this year's Fiesta Latina. It's not the same as when you do it in person, but virtually is the second best, and that's okay. So, what I spoke in the beginning, something that I said in the Taino language, I'll get back to that in just a little bit. But right now, I just wanted to tell you that I am the principal cacique of a group called Hiwayagua Taino of the Caribbean. And what we do is to dispel the myth of extinction while at the same time trying to preserve and rescue all the traditions that have survived in the Caribbean that are of indigenous extraction. As well, I worked at the National Museum of the American Indian for over 25 years in the public programs department, and doing public programs is what I like to do. So I'll be right back with you in just a little bit. Thank you. When I worked at the Smithsonian Institution, I would always get a lot of questions from visitors. Who are the Taino people? And I wrote a few of the questions that I usually got, and I hope to answer them for you today so you get a better understanding as to who my people are. So the first question is, well, who are the Taino people, right? So the Taino people are the people who discovered Columbus. See, what happened is that Columbus was very lost and we were home. You cannot discover a place that isn't lost. Another question is, where did the Taino people live? Well, the Taino people lived in the Caribbean. We were indigenous to the Caribbean islands. That includes the Bahamas, Cuba, Jamaica, Haiti, and the Dominican Republic, and Puerto Rico. Another question is, how long did the Taino people live in the Caribbean? Well, according to archaeologists, we have been living on the islands for between 7,000 to 9,000 years. Originally, we came from South America, from the Orinoco River Basin. Another question is, what language do the Taino people speak? Well, as you recall at the beginning of this clip, I was speaking in a language. That language is called Arawak. The Taino are part of the Arawak language family. Another question is, were the Tainos very peaceful? Well, you know, the Spanish recorded us as being extremely docile and peaceful. But the truth is that it took them 75 years to finally pacify the Indian people that they met. We were peaceful, but we also went to war. We had great warriors amongst us. What kind of weapons did the Taino people have? Well, the weapons are, weapons such as this one here. This is called a macana. This was the principal weapon. It looks a lot like an oar, but it's actually a weapon that's used for whacking people over the head. So I like to jokingly tell people that the reason why we have so many great baseball players coming out of the Caribbean is from our ancient use of the macana, but that's a joke. Another question, did the Taino people make art? Yes. Here is an example of what you would call Taino art. This is called a semi. All our objects are made of stone, wood, clay, or bone, and shell as well. So this one here is a three-pointed stone. We call this one in particular, we call it a toali. And what you can see is that you see a face represented here, but then when you turn it to the side, there's another face. That is very peculiar to the Taino culture. It's called the Janus mode. So basically, each one of these faces tells a story. And each story has a set of teachings in it, et cetera, but this is the way we will convey ideas. It's like a mnemonic device. This is a clay example of some of our art. And this one is not, it was actually made by modern people, modern Taino people This one was not fired very well. When you hit it on the bottom, it's supposed to sound like clay, like glass rather. So that is an example of Taino culture and Taino art. Thank you.